With NAN communities reeling from an overwhelming number of deaths recently, health, and more pointedly mental health, dominated the discussion at the annual Winter Chiefs Assembly here in Thunder Bay.
The three-day conference wrapped up this afternoon. Lee Noonan has the story.
Several communities across Anishinaabe Nation are in mourning following a spate of deaths over the course of the winter. First Nations like Kitchener-Mekwsib, where 9 people died in the span of a month. That's 1 in every 200 people in the small, tight-knit community. Grand Chief Alvin Fiddler says First Nations mental health and healthcare systems need a complete overhaul.
There needs to be immediate intervention that needs to happen now to support our communities, but at the same time working towards that longer transformation work that needs to happen.
Youth mental health is particularly high among the concerns raised by the chiefs at the Assembly. Fiddler says they've been in a perpetual crisis for at least 9 years, exacerbated by COVID, and calls the government response over those years inadequate.
I know there's been some progress that has been made. For example, we get programs and services, for example, Choose Life. But a lot of these programs and services do not come with capital or infrastructure. Now, we actually need to build buildings in our communities, for example, safe spaces for children and youth, so that they can operate 24/7, so that if a child's in distress, that they can actually go to a place that somebody will look after them.
Deputy Grand Chief Bobby Narcisse says following local leadership and respecting the diversity of NAN communities will be key in developing solutions that are proactive.
Looking at ways to really involve our culture, our languages, to look at ways to really overcome some of these challenges and also build resiliency within our youth, our children, our youth and families.
Treaty rights are another important issue on the table, particularly with cases like the $95 billion lawsuit that 10 Treaty 9 First Nations launched against the federal government in April. As other Treaty 9 First Nations consider joining the suit, Fiddler says NAN's role is to help keep their chiefs well informed. He adds that climate change is also a big issue facing the Assembly.
You know, while we're enjoying the warm weather, we know that it's not good for the environment, it's not good for our winter roads, those communities that still rely on the winter roads to transport their goods, their materials.
Coming up in the near future, NAN's holding a youth gathering here in Thunder Bay and sending a delegation to Edmonton for the National Assembly of Remote Communities, February 21st to the 24th. Lee Noonan, TBT News.